Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
So in life, we have lots of choices, and that also translates to your events, like your wedding. So many choices with your wedding. Sometimes it could be overwhelming, especially if you're trying to plan it yourself. So that's why you need to get a professional to help you out with that. And she would be Alice Victoria Mbui with PassionEventsDesign.com. She's back with us today, and it's great to have you back. How's everything going, Alice?
Hello, Steve. I'm doing okay, and I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you back with us. And I notice every time we get together, you have a different background in your video. And describe what's going on there. I have an idea of what it is, but tell everybody.
Okay, so this was in a warehouse place, and where we put like drapes, just a unique color drape, and on top of in front of that we also put some backdrops, gold arches, and just put some greenery, and it was mainly designed for the sweetheart table.
Wow. So you can supply everything that we see there, the gold backdrops, then you have flowers over it, you have white sheer curtains around it, and you would put that in back of what?
Well, is we have all these elements, and what I want to tell to the brides is never have a backdrop design without lighting. Lighting will change the atmosphere of the room, and we do backdrop design with lighting for indoors. For outdoors, of course, we don't need lighting. So
Hmm.
it's good to incorporate all that with the greenery. Greenery is elegant as well, and some candles, LED candles, if you can, just to put in between designs.
So, Alice, when we talk about the lighting, do we mean, I'm not exactly sure the name of the lighting, but a lot of times they light from the floor up to give it that nice cast. And sometimes you can use a color. Is that the kind of lighting you're talking about?
Yes, yes. We are talking about the upright, and usually we will install them behind the drapes, and you can choose the color that you want. It's great. You can choose different color,
Hmm.
and you can, with the remote, the coordinator can switch, and it can be automatic. So it's great to have those elements to the decor.
I totally agree with you. The lighting makes it. It just makes it pop out. You can set a mood with a certain color, and people don't get what those bottom lights looking up, what impact it makes. Of course, you can have
Right.
overhead lighting, but you just, I want to put them all over my house.
Right. I do
Especially
agree.
right? When you have a nice color, let's say, it's a, yeah, for whatever reason, but, around my house, I would do, blues and greens, but, for your wedding, you could do pinks, you could do yellow, even a white light, just to have it emitting from the floor looking up just makes it
Right.
look so much richer and just a dramatic effect, one of your key elements. Why don't we talk about that now?
Sure.
I guess it would be one of the key elements, the lighting to add to your wedding. Alice, what are some of the other key elements you would suggest?
Just some organic elements. When I say organic elements, it can be like feathers. Sometimes we can incorporate feathers in centerpieces, or it can be like those branches that we can put inside a vase
Hmm.
just to bring like a natural look to your event. And they're great for ceremonies, they're great for receptions. So just to have that with other decors, it will blend in, and just to have this natural look is good.
Love it. And it makes, like you just said, those branches in a vase gives it such a rich, warm, homey kind of feel to it, when you're at a venue. It just adds that little just warm personal touch to it. Any other key elements that
Right.
you can think of to add?
Just to add to the organics, of course, we know that flowers can turn a room to like a natural environment. So flowers and greenery. Before, people just overlook greenery, but greenery are becoming used often. And some people can decide to just do like a wedding with just greenery. incorporate in the centerpieces, or they can do like a wall decor with greenery. So I just wanted to add that
Hmm.
to the organic elements.
So
So,
how does it work when somebody works with you, Alice, to make those suggestions? Like we're talking about the backdrop there with the gold and the flowers and the white sheer curtains. Do you show them pictures and give them ideas? How about this? How about that? Or do you explain it? How does it work?
yeah, so during consultation, we will collect few information about the taste of the bride, what she likes, and somehow they will tell us what they like. And from there, if we see that they need more suggestions, sometimes they can come to us confused. They want this and that, and so we are here to walk them through the process. And of course, beside the website and other pictures on social media, we do have like a digital image that we have on the iPad where I can show them different examples of decoration they can have. And from that, it gives them an idea. And there's also a platform that we use like to design how the room can look and to just put the elements. So we do that on the second consultation when the client decide to move on with us.
There's so many variables too. I think that's the great part. Like even just
Yes,
going back to the backdrop you have there with the gold. You could pick different flowers. You could pick different curtains. You could pick different lighting, and each time you change it up, it's going to look totally different. The only thing that remains steady is the gold in the background, and that's just one
right,
example. Um,
right.
what about the music? We've never talked about the music. I think we touched upon the trends right now for bands and more people
Right.
using bands, but why don't we dig into that? DJs, what kind of advice, tips, tricks that you can supply us with?
Well, when you come to music, when you speak with your DJ, he will want to know what kind of guests you are inviting. And the DJ will want to know the ages, the range of the ages,
Mhm.
so that he would know what kind of music to play. And just to give an advice, let the bride have like a checklist. It can be the bride or any other hosts that are, that are hosting other events, to have like a checklist of songs that you would like at your wedding. And please do, because some people will just say, okay, the DJ can play anything. And the DJ will play anything, and the couple might be unhappy. So I would suggest for you to have a song when you enter the ballroom, and to have a song for first dance, to give your special song for father and daughter dance, and vice versa. And for cutting of the cake, just have those few songs, and then other songs that you can throw in, and the DJ can choose the rest. And sometimes the DJ will look at the atmosphere to know the vibe, but always give the list of songs that you want.
Yep. And let me just throw in there because I've been a DJ since I was 17 on radio, but I also have
Yeah,
done lots of parties.
that's
Give the
great.
DJ a list of songs you don't want. I think that's so important. Just so he has a baseline. Let's say you don't want to do the cha-cha slide for whatever reason. You just don't like that song, whatever it might be. Make sure the DJ knows it, and that gives him an idea. Oh, okay, we're not going to do any kind of theme dances, and you give him an idea of what you want. It'll go a long way, and it's your party, so
Right,
you're entitled to tell him what you want. Uh,
right,
Same
right.
thing.
That is so true.
Yeah, sometimes and it's not you're not being mean or anything. He's doing
Right,
that's his job. You
right,
know, and
right.
he's there to make you happy, and it is a challenge for a DJ to figure out what to play because he wants to play to the audience and make everybody happy. But the one he definitely has to make happy is the couple as well.
Wow, I never thought about that, and that's something that I can start saying. What are the songs you don't want the DJ to play?
Yeah.
Yeah, that gives me an
Okay.
idea. Thank you, Steve.
Oh, sure. I did somebody asked me to help out. I'll just digress for a second here to do a class reunion and this was like 4 months ago. And I had a good idea of what people wanted to play until somebody came up and said, "Can you play classic disco?" And I'm thinking to myself, "Ew, all right, I'll play one or two." It killed the not ki- I mean killed the floor, crushed the floor in a good way. People loved it. I would have never thought of it until somebody said that. Everybody was into it. And I'm like, okay, that's what you guys want to hear. That's what we're gonna play that for the next 20 minutes. And it went over really well. But they didn't want to hear 90s. I would think 90s
uh,
would be okay. So yeah, just be specific. And the same thing with
right,
your cocktail hour. There's so many different choices of what you can do. And I would suggest, and I think you would as well, Alice, got to have something in the background. You can't just have people walking around with just, dead air, so
right,
to speak, and talking and having hors d'oeuvres. So anywhere,
right,
somebody playing acoustic, somebody playing, classical music, a combo. There's so many choices. That's the fun part, right?
right, right. I do agree.
What do you see? What do you see in the cocktail hour? What's been popular recently? What are people picking for entertainment?
Well, during cocktail hours, at many times we have shifted to the reception. So I know that during the cocktail hours, soft music is being played and band, and people are eating and just having fun with music. And the cocktail hour shouldn't be too long because
Huh.
after it wears off and people are looking to probably go quickly to the mall while they wait, just to avoid that. Because there can be traffic coming back, and we want the guests to be in the reception hall before the couple can arrive. So just some of the ways to make it fun is to make it shorter, and yeah, and to go along with the event.
Okay, so to that point, because I would be clueless on this, how long should your cocktail hour be?
I would say an hour
An hour?
or an hour to an hour and a half.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I
Yes,
guess because some people may show up late, right?
right, right. Some people may show up late, and sometimes when the ceremony is a little connected to the reception, so people they don't know where to go, so they go directly to the cocktail hour. So those ones that came first, they'll probably be bored eventually.
Hmm. That's a really good point. Any other tips while we're talking about elements to add to your wedding? Any other ideas that you wanted to share?
Well, there's different colors for every seasons. So just when you visit your venue, it depends on the location of the venue. If it's like open concept warehouse, usually it's like plain background. So the good thing with the open concept warehouse, you can put drapery, you can drape around it and transform the room, and it will look completely different. And some other venues where they have different colors, like I know there's a venue where they have a blue wall. So sometimes it doesn't go with the theme. So I encourage the couple to have it covered with white drapery, and then they can always put the color of lighting that they want. And the good things with the lighting again is you can of course it has to be on the sheer fabric, behind the sheer fabric
Hmm.
that's white, so that the color can reflect. So you don't have to have like an all white wedding. You can have like let's say your theme is peach blush, some of the colors can pop in that. So beside that, I would say to go with the colors of the season theme, because I'm just laughing in the back of my mind. There was an event that we did. It was in the summer, and the clients wanted fall decor, the colors like orange, yellow,
Hmm.
orange and yellow, and I was like, I still suggested the colors, but the clients wanted that. So there was a friend of mine that provoked me and said, have you gone out of your mind? Why are you doing a fall event in summer? I said, it's not me. That's what the client wanted.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so sometimes we just have to respect the choices. So again, the heavy colors, the darker colors are good for winter events, and then the lighter colors are great for summer. So it's good to be in the season, for the colors.
It's your job is just to make the suggestions, and the bride and the groom are always right. It's whatever you want. You could
Right,
have an all black wedding. Everything is black if you want at your wedding. That's fine. It's if that's what you want, and that's gonna, let's say you're into goth. Who are we to judge? That's your thing. So, whatever
right,
you want to do. But obviously, you'll make those suggestions based on your experience. And
right.
but again, it's anything is possible. And I think that's probably right, Alice. One of the best parts about somebody planning their event with you, what anything goes, within, I guess, reason, whether you can get what somebody's requesting. And I'm sure you've gotten requests for a lot of interesting things over the years, right?
Right, right. And according to different culture, clients that Indian clients, I know sometimes I know what they want. They want gold furnitures and they want a lot of colors. So it's interesting when I'm speaking with a client from, Indian client, and before I even finish the sentence in the back of my mind, they say we want a lot of colors. So in that course we learn a client's culture and what they like. So I was asking myself, I said, why do they like a lot of colors? Like I have to throw in a lot of linens with different colors, and the client explained to me that it brings them happiness. It changes the mood. I said, okay, it makes sense.
Do you find now, I don't mean to go back to the gold, because we started with that, with the backdrop that you have in back of you. Is gold popular right now?
Gold is popular. Gold is considered as a rich color, as a rich element. So it's been used a lot. And beside that, acrylic also is being asked. But for the gold, it's mainly like the more mature clients that request gold. Sometimes we have a younger, clients in a younger generation. They ask for silver,
Hmm.
and yeah, so it's a difference. But people mostly request for gold.
What about, we've never talked about the wedding cake. Are there any trends there? Any suggestions that you might have with the wedding cake?
With the wedding cake, it's just to have like a nice design and also the taste of it. And so I advise brides to go for cake tasting. It's better, and that way you would know whether if you want less sweet or more sweet. So in our preferred vendor list, we have some bakers who are French, because French bakery use rich cream
Mhm.
and less sweet. So I have that option available, and other option is too much. I don't want to say too much sweet, but
Can never be too
some will
much
want.
sweet. Can never be too much sweet.
Yeah, yeah. Some will want more sweet, and sometimes I taste it. I feel like too sweet for me, so
Yeah.
that's my preference. So we have those available, and I encourage brides to hire a professional baker because they know how to preserve the cake. They know how to preserve, and some of them they use certain recipe. So yeah, but when it comes to the design, it's pretty much what the bride wants, and of course to have something a little bit of decoration around it. And what is interesting, Steve, is that now we have special table cakes. They can be round with gold, with gold. Some can be acrylic, clear. So some of them are not requesting tablecloth for the cake table. So that's interesting.
All right, wait a minute. I want to make sure I understand that right. Give me that again. People are requesting what?
They're requesting tables like a 4-inch round, and the legs of the table is made of gold, just as you see in the background here, the backdrop gold. Or sometimes they can request the acrylic table, like clear, just for the cake.
Ah,
And
okay.
yeah, so
So that's where the cake stands or is.
yes, that's where the cake stands.
Okay. What about, and I have it's been a while since I've been to a wedding, dessert tables, different types of desserts in addition to the cake. What's the trend there?
Yes, for dessert table, of course, there will be cupcakes and pops,
Yep.
are being
Cake,
popular,
cake
and
pops.
yeah, and then some kind of candies, that can be wrapped just nicely. But what they really want is also the designs to be incorporated within, maybe florals or candlestick, or so people are still requesting that.
Are dessert tables and those types of things still popular? Are they still being requested?
They are being requested for like kids events, even adult birthdays. They're being requested. That's when, yeah, for adult birthdays and kids' birthday. For wedding, it's a little rare,
Hmm.
but when they do ask, the cake table will be separated from the treats table, because the treats table, everybody will come to it, and the cake sometimes can be not far away from the bridal table.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember, oh, I don't know, maybe it was like 5 years ago that gourmet cupcakes were a big thing. So I was wondering if they're still a thing now.
Um, I wouldn't know that, because the ones that we had in a couple events were like, yeah, I think they had a velvet cupcakes
Yep.
and mint cupcakes, vanilla. So
Oh,
and carrot cupcake, yes.
oh, I will never turn away a carrot cake.
Yes.
Good.
So
Yeah,
those are the ones that were requested in the recent events.
gotcha. Yeah, we have.
And graduation season is coming. Yes, that's another time where those are being requested. Treats tables.
I'm glad you brought that up. Why don't we turn the car, so to speak, a little bit toward graduation parties? Because yeah, we're just a few months away. You got to start planning that now. Uh,
Right.
what would be the number one suggestion that comes to your mind, real quick, Alice, about a graduation party?
Well, for a graduation party, is to book a place, or it can be done at your home, maybe in your backyard, but it's to plan it. Some people like to wait until they get the final grades, or maybe like a week before graduation. The good thing with graduation events is that we don't have to do a long-term planning. So someone can call us a week ahead to do like a graduation party, and we do take those events, because the centerpieces are just very simple, and it's not too much details when it comes to kids' birthday party or weddings. So
You can do.
the checklist for planning is not too long for graduation parties.
I know somebody did a graduation party a few years ago, and the theme was like a Hollywood theme. And when the
Okay.
guests arrived, they had people posing as paparazzi taking their picture. So
Okay.
they were taking real pictures, but they looked like photographers all over the place taking. So every guest that showed up, it was almost like it was the Academy Awards, and each guest was like a actor or actress showing up. Just it was a cool idea, and I'm sure there's lots of them out there, like different
Yes.
types of themes. We're just about out of
Yes.
time. I want to tell everybody your website is Passion Events with an S, passioneventsdesign.com. And they can reach out to you anytime, right, Alice? And if they have questions, just to start the process or just kind of start that relationship and see if you guys are a good fit, right?
Yes, yes. They can reach us, and we will be glad to answer any questions, to give any suggestions, and yes, we'll be glad to exchange with them.
Yep, and coming soon. You have your own venue down there in Maryland, but you can do events anywhere. And the part we love is the passion that comes from you, Alice. So many great ideas, and we appreciate that because we're not wedding planners, we're not event planners. You are. PassionEventsDesign.com. Alice, Victoria, and Bowie. Great having you on again.
Thank you, Steve, and I'll see you next time. Thank you to all the listeners.
Yep, and thank you.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.